Well, we are officially in week 2 of the government shutdown. Lawmakers just a little bit away from here on Capitol Hill are still arguing to get even a temporary spending bill passed. And this is coming at a time when we're still very close to a default as a result of the debt limit. We're supposed to reach that in just a few days here. But in terms of the National Mall, every museum here is closed as a result of that partial government shutdown. However, that doesn't mean that the mall is completely out of commission. Behind me is an immigration rally where thousands of people are supposed to be gathering today to tell Congress that in the middle of this budget battle and in the middle of this debt crisis, there is still an overarching issue that needs to be discussed, and that is immigration reform for the 11 million undocumented people that are currently living in this country.
This country is supposed to be about democracy. We have 11 million people with no rights. My rights are no different than their rights. When their rights are under attack, so are mine.
Despite a furlough on 20,000 employees, the National Park Service and Obama administration allowed the protest to happen today. It's a decision that infuriated Republican members of Congress, who say park police should focus on allowing war veterans to visit national monuments rather than illegal immigrants to gather on the National Mall. So today is being called the National Day of Dignity and Respect for Immigration Reform. Over 150 cities are expecting to hear or see some type of rally or protest going on. And obviously what you see behind me in D.C. is the physical manifestation of that need for immigration reform. Now, I had a chance today to speak to a number of people here at the rally, and they told me why this protest is different from all the other protests, all the other rallies that we've seen in the past.
We have been waiting for the immigration reform for a long time, and nothing happened. The government always have some other priorities, and I think that it's time that 11 million of people receive the opportunity to be legal in this country and the opportunity to become citizens like everybody else.
People are hoping that this is the last polling, but we are already tired of this. Actually, that's why at least we tried to do it one more time.
Rally organizers expected tens of thousands of people to show up at the immigration rally today. Only a fraction of that actually did end up turning out, about 1,000 people or so. But some members of Congress did stop by, including Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi and also D.C. Mayor Vincent Gray.
We strongly support immigration reform, and we've tried to demonstrate that by our actions in the city, by refusing to, enforce and implement what we call secure communities.
Well, immigration reform is important for a lot of different reasons. For me personally, obviously my parents are immigrants. That's something that I understand personally, but we've got an issue here in our country. We've had a broken immigration system for years. We've got a lot of people here that came in here, but now we have to resolve the issue to make sure that we keep families together, but also take appreciation for the fact that a lot of them worked really hard, especially in my part of the country.
After the planned speeches from immigration activists and lawmakers, as well as a special performance by the popular Mexican band Los Tigres, these activists took their protest right to the steps of Capitol Hill. A planned moment of civil disobedience resulted in the arrests of dozens of protesters, as well as several Congress members, including Congressman Keith Ellerson, Charlie Rangel, and Luis Gutierrez. The Senate has already passed a sweeping bill that would revamp the legal immigration system and allow the nation's undocumented families to apply for citizenship within 13 years. But the House of Representatives has yet to come up with any comprehensive piece of legislation. And the longer the shutdown showdown continues, the less likely it is that a pathway to citizenship will actually be paved. So once again, all eyes are on Congress as these people wait for reform. In Washington, Meghan Lopez, RT.